The Real Deal is brought to you by Indian Point Camp. If you believe in work hard and play hard, if you think of yourself as the guy or girl next door, and if you want to see some real life as they happen hunts, don't go anywhere.
It has been a phenomenal day out here.
Indian Point Camp's The Real Deal is a group of people who work hard and play hard. We literally are the guys and girls next door.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Here, you get to see our adventures unfold exactly as they happen. No smoke and mirrors here. We are the ultimate reality show. We are The Real Deal. You know what? Dreams can come true. On a trip like this, the destination is only a part of the trip. The journey itself and the anticipation of what is to come is a massive part of this sort of an adventure. And this was one heck of a journey. Amber just put a post on Facebook, Camera Girl Amber, that said, the next time I have this gun and binoculars and bullets out, I'll be in Africa. So that's what's going on here. We're just taking a few shots. Should be shooting some of these bugs that are flying around, but yeah, to say I'm excited is an understatement. Now, it's been a bit of a rough spring. Camera Girl Amber twisted her ankle, actually sprained her ankle really, really bad, and she's been immobile for 9 weeks now, maybe 10 at this point. And a few weeks ago, I got in a fight with a sledgehammer, and you should see the sledgehammer though. But seriously, I sprained some ribs. Now, I'm glad that happened 2 weeks ago, because if it happened last week or this week, I wouldn't be taking this rifle to Africa. I would have to be shooting the crossbow, but luckily I'm almost healed up. I'm just wearing the brace now because of the impact with the rifle, obviously. But yeah, None Guys Safaris, here we come. Can't believe this is really happening. Africa. You know what? A year ago we were in this parking lot and you were helping us out. I never would have thought this would be happening. Heading to Africa. First leg of the journey done, Bill. 4 hours down, 40 some to go.
Did you hear we're going to Africa?
So your flight home?
Saturday. No. Friday.
And your flight home?
Thursday.
What are you going to do in South Africa for an extra day?
I'm right.
I know that Mark's riding with me.
We're leaving Toronto,
Yeah.
headed to England. Can you believe this? Who would have thought this would ever happen? Now, something happened though along the way. We lost Bill. Where's Bill?
First class.
Bill's in first class. How did that happen? we're stuck back here for what? How long is this flight?
12 hours?
12 hours. And then actually we're going to take a quick stop in London, and we're going to spend 10 or 12 hours there, and then we're 10 or 12 hours to Johannesburg. So we're slowly getting the miles down, but we've got another long couple of treks ahead of us. So we're going to try and catch some shut-eye here overnight before we get to London, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. There's a lot more coming, that's for sure. None Guys Safaris, here we come. So we've made it to England. Haven't got much sleep, but we made it. We're going to stick around. We're actually at Buckingham Palace right now, and we're going to stick around and we're going to watch the changing of the guards at 11 o'clock. But we're just walking down the street and I saw this and I got a good chuckle out of it.
So we just walked out of the restaurant for breakfast. I forget the name of the place. Little Frankie's. Had a great breakfast here. First thing we see when we walk out the door is South African consulate, London, England.
You head to South Africa on a safari, the last thing you expect to see is a Canadian hockey game. Ladies and gentlemen, I got my warthog. It didn't take me long. I didn't even have to get to South Africa and I got it already. What a beauty.
Well, did you have a nice trip?
48 hours, yeah?
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
What wonderful is one word we would use, yeah. Closed captioning for this episode is brought to you by bearballbaits.com. Yes, a funny name, but serious results. This segment was brought to you by Best Western Plus, Dryden Hotel and Conference Center. Day 1, and none of us knew what to expect, yet all of us were so excited about what the next 10 days might bring. Bill's warthog hunt happened so quick, and it was just a really great way for us to sort of get climatized to the South African style of hunting.
Or I wait for him to turn. He backed up. He was staring right at us, and he backed up, and it turned to go away. And I think I got him right in the shoulder.
The thing with warthog is they can't see very well.
Okay.
They pick up movement, obviously,
Yes.
but they can smell and hear exceptionally well.
Okay.
So he was standing there watching us, and then he was trying to get the wind of us. And I think what helped a bit is the fact that we were on top here. So our scent just went a little over him because the wind's basically from the back.
Yeah, it's blowing right at him.
Yeah. Well done, my friend. Your first African animal. The difference between a male and a female. You see the male has got the wart under the eyes,
Okay.
but they also have the wart on the nose. And this is it's much more pronounced than the female. The female doesn't have the warts on the nose.
Okay.
Now, as you can see, this warthog has got almost no teeth. Look there.
Yeah.
This thing is ancient. The tusks would have been longer a while ago, but this is about 8-inch tusks, which is a good representative for this area.
Don't even think this is one of the two we've seen, but he picked him up through the grass and managed to put a good shot on him. And like I said, this is the results. Nungai Safaris and the real deal. It's a great morning, and we've got 9.5 more great days.
Now, my impala hunt was also a very quick hunt, but it was a bit more of a scramble because Bill was carrying my gun for me since I had the camera. But once we got in on the herd of impalas, we had to shuffle cameras back and forth, rearrange tripods, shooting sticks, and even the cameraman.
Is it open? Yeah, it's open.
Watch out, there's branches in front of you. Make sure that you
something went wrong here. My number one animal was warthog. You just harvested a warthog. Your number one animal was an impala, and I just got an impala. Welcome to Africa. Welcome to Africa. Vihan, I don't know what to tell you. This isn't quite what I expected for day one, buddy.
You said take it easy.
Yeah.
This isn't
Yeah.
taking it easy.
Vihan said this is your first day, so you know, we'll just take it easy on you guys. And
And still
Boy.
not even 11 o'clock. 10:58.
not even 11 o'clock. This segment was brought to you by Dam Beaver Trapping Supplies for all your trapping needs. Outside the Hunt is brought to you by McKinstry Chrysler, where the tradition of excellence continues.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Vian, and this is my wife, Beverly. We are the owners of Nongai Safaris, a hunting outfit in the northern parts of South Africa, the Limpopo province. This all started a few years ago when I decided that I'm tired of the city life. Decided to move down here and started this hunting business. My wife joined me 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and as you can see, she's actually the cook and she does everything else that I don't want to do. So at this moment we are busy cooking a traditional South African meal, which is called the potjie, and I'm going to let her explain what's going on here.
Hi there. So we are busy making a South African potjie. It's actually a venison potjie of springbok. So first we just did some of the spices and some onions, some bacon in it, and now just browning the meat a bit before we put in some beef stock and wine. And this will cook for about 4 hours, slowly on the fire, until it is nice and soft and falls off the bone. Then later on we'll add some more vegetables, and generally we'll eat this with rice or some couscous, maybe a bit of bread. It's actually a whole meal, so you don't have to make a lot of side dishes. So what I do is not just cook here every day. Generally I also look at all the housekeeping, make sure the rooms are clean, make sure that your laundry are washed before the next day if you needed some washing to do. Make sure that you have clean towels in your rooms, and then I do the cooking in the afternoon, some lunch and some supper. In the mornings we put out some toast and some cereals for you before you go out on your hunt. Now I just need to add something to the pot, so I'll leave Vian to it.
Now you leave me alone to do all the hard work. Guys, yeah, what we offer is a hunt that we hunt as friends. We don't see each other as a client outfitter type of deal. We want people to come and enjoy the whole experience. I understand that it takes a lot for someone to book a safari. There's a lot of things that has to be taken into consideration, and we are here to make you feel at home and make you feel comfortable and make your trip as memorable as possible. For a lot of people it's about inches. When we hunt animals, everyone wants to shoot the biggest one. For us, it's more about the experience. That does not mean that we're not going to hunt the biggest animal we can, but hunting is about memories and not inches for us. What we want you to understand is that we are normal people that loves the outdoors, we love hunting, we love conservation, and we try and send people home with good memories, and most importantly, friends. Thank you.
You can find The Real Deal on Instagram, The Real Deal TV, or on Facebook at The Real Deal with Mark, M-A-R-C. This segment was brought to you by Heavy Shot. I didn't come this far to miss. This episode was brought to you by Indian Point Camp. The Real Deal was also brought to you by the following companies. Well, Vihan, this is a little bit different than hunting in North America, but you've taught me a lot in the last 24 hours about Africa, about the hunting, and what it does to the hunting. And if you don't mind taking a minute or two here, could you explain to the viewers what us coming to Africa does for not just you, the PH, and the company, but for the locals and for all of Africa? What do we do by coming here?
People that come from Canada or any part of the world and come and hunt here, they inject quite a bit of foreign currency into our country.
Yes, sir.
And that money is used to employ people. It's used to actually feed people, because this meat gets used to give to our staff, or we can legally sell meat in South Africa. It also does a lot for the actual conservation of the animal.
It certainly does.
I've got a simple saying that says, if it pays, it stays. Unfortunately, when we have areas or hunting areas, not unfortunately, but we as people and as hunters has to take over the conservation role.
Yes,
and the conservation role is done by hunting animals. Yes, ecotourism makes a big part of our income, but there's nothing that brings so much revenue into the country.
Like you said, if you pay, it stays. And my version of that is, if you put a value on this animal, it's going to be protected.
No, exactly.
This animal is valuable now because I'm willing to come and hunt for it. Exactly. So it's protected by not just yourself, but by the locals, because there is a value to this animal now.
No, for sure. I mean, if wild animals are competing with like domestic, like cattle and stuff, people will get rid of it, because the wild animals will not bring in revenue. So at the end of the day, this is what's happening here. And as I say, I know people say, how can you conserve an animal by killing it? But if you think about it, that's how it works.
Exactly. Vihan, I can't thank you enough. Not just for this animal, but for the education. That's a big part of it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations on a very nice animal.
Thank you, sir. We chased some blue wildebeest around for quite a while. The blue wildebeest likes to hang out with the zebras because the zebras are always on high alert, and the blue wildebeest feels safer with them around.
Closest to us, to the left, is facing that way.
Thank you. That was amazing.
After this hunt, when Callan watched this video, he was absolutely stunned how different the camera angle was compared to the shooter angle. From Callan's angle, the blue wildebeest he shot was standing right in between the two that were laying down. But from the camera angle, it sure looked different. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
I have never had my heart pound so much on someone else's hunt. And to see Vihan's hand shaking after the hunt, all three of us were on that hunt. And then we had a fourth guy, backup camera, 30, 40 yards behind us, capturing the whole scene from his angle as well. I mean, really, you can't make this stuff up. Nungai Safaris is where we're at, and on their website it says you come as a guest and you leave as a friend, and there's so much truth in that. Bev and Vihan and all his staff are absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. Vihan, thank you very much. Bev, thank you very much. Philemon, we appreciate all your hard work. And boy, we got a few more days of this. Can you imagine?
7 more days. This is day 3.
Day 3, yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Now, I mentioned that Callan's hunt was a couple of days after Bill and I had our hunts. And next week, I'm going to show you what we did in that time. And I'm going to show you the value of 1 bottle of water. Or even 1 sip of water when your throat is dry.